flow into gratitude for this principle. A batter leaves a perfectly good ball outside the off stump. Nothing moves on the scoreboard. No applause follows. To most eyes, nothing happened. Yet beneath that quiet decision, an invisible system has just shifted. Different questions can quietly lead to the same hidden principle. Why does a batter sometimes refuse an easy shot? Why do some systems become increasingly powerful while others slowly exhaust themselves? Why do extraordinary fortunes often emerge without constant visible action? The answer begins with something that is easy to miss. The hidden principle is this: the greatest advantage often comes not from creating more options, but from preserving them. Cricket quietly rewards optionality. Every ball presents possibilities, but not every possibility deserves to be taken. By leaving a risky delivery, the batter keeps the innings alive, retains freedom for the next ball, and forces the bowler to reveal more information. The value of the decision is not the run that was scored. It is the future that remained available. This is a principle studied in decision theory. Every irreversible choice closes branches of possibility. Every reversible choice keeps multiple paths open. The mathematics is simple but profound. Preserving future choices can have greater long-term value than extracting the maximum immediate reward. Now look deeper through systems thinking. An innings is not a collection of isolated balls. It is a continuously evolving system. Each decision changes the landscape of future decisions. A risky stroke that ends the innings collapses every opportunity that might have followed. A patient leave does the opposite. It protects the network of future possibilities. Complexity science describes this as maintaining adaptability within a changing environment. Systems that preserve flexibility remain capable of responding to surprises. Systems that consume all their flexibility become fragile. Psychology explains why this principle is difficult to follow. The human brain is naturally attracted to visible gains. Taking action feels productive. Leaving the ball feels passive. Yet research on cognitive biases shows that people often overvalue immediate rewards while undervaluing future opportunities that remain unseen. We notice what we gain today more easily than what we protected for tomorrow. Neuroscience adds another layer. The brain's reward circuits respond strongly to immediate outcomes. That makes restraint feel psychologically expensive, even when it is strategically valuable. Delayed benefits require the prefrontal cortex to regulate impulses generated by more immediate reward systems. In other words, preserving optionality rarely feels as satisfying in the moment as consuming it. Information theory reveals another dimension. Every additional ball provides new information about bounce, swing, rhythm, and intent. By remaining at the crease, the batter continues collecting information that improves later decisions. Ending the innings ends the flow of information itself. Notice how these perspectives describe the same hidden architecture. Decision theory calls it preserving future branches. Systems thinking calls it maintaining flexibility. Complexity science calls it resilience. Information theory calls it extending information acquisition. Psychology calls it resisting the attraction of immediate closure. Different disciplines, one invisible principle. Now consider the dynamics that often distinguish ordinary wealth accumulation from exceptional wealth creation. This is not about specific investments or financial advice. It is about the structure beneath them. Many ordinary paths maximize today's visible outcome, even if they quietly eliminate tomorrow's possibilities. Exceptional wealth creation more often emerges from systems that preserve strategic freedom. They keep multiple directions available until reality reveals which path becomes most valuable. Their strength is not that they always choose correctly. Their strength is that they avoid becoming trapped too early. Network effects, innovation, and evolving markets all reward those who remain adaptable long enough to recognize emerging opportunities. Optionality itself becomes an asset because an uncertain future continually creates new paths that could not have been predicted in advance. Return now to the cricket pitch. The batter who calmly lets the ball pass outside the off stump is not refusing opportunity. The batter is protecting opportunity. What looked like inactivity was actually the preservation of possibility. Once you see this, The quiet leave becomes one of the most powerful actions in cricket. It reminds us that invisible strength is often measured not by the choices we make immediately, but by the choices we make possible later. The next time you watch a batter ignore a tempting delivery, you may no longer see hesitation. You may see the hidden architecture of optionality, a principle that quietly shapes resilient systems, enduring success, and the extraordinary outcomes that only become visible long after the moment of restraint has passed.